counterintuitive productivity hacks if somehow the famous techniques just didn't work for you. Hi everyone, my name is Chow, and I create this channel to talk about topics on digital marketing, entrepreneurship, and personal development. If you have not already done so, do hit that subscribe button so you can be receiving more videos just like this. In today's video, I'm going to talk about some of the counterintuitive productivity hacks. If you have already tried out all those productivity hacks that are famous, that everybody is talking about, and somehow they are not working for you, or if you are just one of those people who prefer not to be mainstream, you just want to do something that is different than everybody else, then this video is created just for you. Now here is the counterintuitive productivity hack number 1. Instead of eat that frog, find that golden hours. What do I mean by that? You've probably heard the phrase eat that frog that is first popularized by the author Brian Tracy in the book by the same title. So the idea is you want to attack your most important tasks first thing in the morning as your top priority. While that is a very helpful productivity hack, oftentimes that might not work because morning is not the most convenient time for you to do so. Some people just have a much more effective time later on in the evening or later on in the day. That might be you. Your most productive time might not be in the morning. It could be after tea break or after you have some coffee in the afternoon. So if that is the case for you, then you do not need to eat that frog. You can actually trade the eat that frog method with finding your golden hours. No matter what time of the day it is, experiment with it and try to find that block time when you find that you are simply just in the zone. When you are simply much more effective compared to any other time of the day. When you find that time, I want you to document it and note if it's the same time frame every single day. If you find that it is the same period of time, then you have already found that golden hours. The second counterintuitive productivity hack is instead of Pomodoro technique, you want to trade that for longer breaks between completed tasks. You might have already heard of Pomodoro technique. It is a very famous productivity hack, and a lot of people have been using it successfully. So the idea behind Pomodoro technique is instead of doing your work for indefinite amount of time, you just limit it to 25 minutes of work, and then you take a 5-minute break. And after you have 3 intervals of doing that, then you go into a longer 30-minute break. However, you might feel that taking a break every 25 minutes will take you out of your creative zone, and that is a distraction in itself. Now, I do not have a problem with working longer than 25 minutes because I simply want to stay in the zone when I'm focused on one thing until I finish that task before I will take another break. It doesn't mean that you keep on working on that task for a prolonged period of time without taking a break. Your brain simply needs to take a break every 90 minutes or so. That is a maximum amount of time before you need to give it a break. But instead of taking a 5-minute break, if you have been working for 90 minutes, you can take a longer period of break, for example, like a 15-minute or half an hour. Having completed that task will help you to build that momentum that you need to get all the rest of other tasks done for the rest of the day. So if Pomodoro technique doesn't work for you, hey, no sweat about it. You can trade it for longer breaks between completed tasks. Counterintuitive hack number 3, instead of the Eisenhower matrix, trade that for the quick win and build momentum method. With the Eisenhower matrix, you organize all your tasks based on the urgency and important matrix. You want to focus on those tasks that are high on the important list. So the problem with the Eisenhower matrix for some people is you simply procrastinate to get to those important tasks and they never get done. An alternative to that, you want to group together a list of to-dos that you can quickly finish in less than 10 minutes. When you finish all these to-dos, it's going to give you this quick win that will help you to build momentum to knock out some of the serious tasks later on. Counterintuitive hack number 4, instead of a don't-do list, trade that for a done list. A don't-do list is basically a list of all the things that you know have the potential to sabotage your productivity later, such as social media feeds, Netflix, and it could be a range of other things. And it could work very well for some people. However, if you just keep on focusing on the don'ts and the things that you should avoid, how do you know what are the things that you should be doing instead? With the done list, you are making a list of all the things that you have done throughout the day, and then you go back and track down how much time that you have spent to do each of these things, and then the effectiveness of each of these tasks. There are twofold benefit to the done list. Number one is it allows you to look at your day and where your time has gone for each specific task, and it helps you to be more productive and more effective because you have hard data that will tell you how productive certain tasks has been. The second one is it gives you the extra motivation, having seen a list of things that you have accomplished throughout the day. Number 5 is instead of the 2-minute rule, trade that for similar task batching. You might have heard of the 2-minute rule. However, the problem with having too many of those 2-minute tasks can interrupt your workflow and actually prevent you from getting into that deep work. You can trade that for similar task batching. Every time a task pops up, if you know that you're going to be having a lot of interruptions like that, just jot them down on a separate piece of paper and then group them later to be done under 10 minutes. Now, doing so will prevent you from getting interrupted every now and then, while at the same time helping you to get done all those tasks that need to be done quickly. The last counterintuitive productivity hack, instead of schedule everything, drip the task method. Schedule everything can be helpful if you want to cram everything into your calendar, and so that you can see all the tasks that you need to get done for that particular day, and even sometimes for weeks and even months and even several months. And for some people it works out fine. However, it could be a major source of stress in itself. Think about it, having a calendar full of to-dos could be overwhelming, and you don't even find the motivation to want to do them in the first place. So another alternative that you can consider is actually drip the task method. So with this drip the task method, you still want to have a master list of all the tasks that you need to do, and it will be good for you to break them down into smaller things or smaller tasks that you need to accomplish, and then you drip them down slowly into your weekly calendar. That way, you're only dealing with the tasks that you need to do at a much shorter period of time, and you drip them according to the pace that you are comfortable with in knocking them out. So in doing so, you are increasing your productivity because you are preventing yourself from getting overwhelmed in the process. So there you have it. Those are the 6 counterintuitive productivity hacks that I believe could be a good alternative that you can consider. So which one out of the counterintuitive productivity hack that has worked for you? Now comment in the section down below. I would love to hear from you. I will read every single comment and I will respond to each one of them. And if you have not already done so, do consider hitting that thumbs up button if you have found values in this video. And if you have not subscribed, do subscribe to this channel because you will be getting more videos similar to this one. Now do check out the playlist for more videos related to productivity so that you can learn more productivity hacks that can help you to supercharge your life. Hey, I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Challenge your limits every single day and create that best version of you and change the world today.